Okay, so y'all can find more details too about some of the stuff that I'm talking about on Dasher Speaks Racism on YouTube and Dasher Ray Williams Reviews on YouTube. I go into detail about some of the schemes and some of the organized crimes that happened to me, the stuff that I have had time to record thus far. All right, but today I'm gonna tell y'all about Copper Landing in Airway Heights, Washington. So Copper Landing in Airway Heights, Washington. Rachel Avey, Marina Skumatova, Joe is the maintenance man. There was a new maintenance guy. I didn't catch his name because he was fairly new. And Amanda Colossen. And then there was a new lady too, an older lady that was working there. I can't call her name yet. She's still there. I don't know about everybody else. I know Rachel Avey and the older woman's still there. I don't know if Amanda Colossen or Marina Skumatova is still there or not. But anyway, they formulated a plan and wrongfully evicted me out there in Airway Heights, Washington. Judge Rochelle E. Anderson was in on it. Leonie Reinbold, who was a lawyer, was in on it. J.J. Thompson, Sarah Thompson was the lawyers that handled their side, but Leonie Reinbold was the one that coerced me into changing up the way that I wanted to argue the case from. There was another, there was a civilian in there. She was in on it too. I don't know what she looked like. She had brown hair, but she was in the courtroom. And when I was trying to represent myself, she was like, well, I think you're going to need a lawyer. So that was their way of manipulating me at that time. So I got a lawyer. The lawyer was Leonie Rainbow. I wanted to argue my case from the fact that the fire department had a report, and in their report it clearly stated that there was no water damage. I also had somebody else come and do an evaluation 2 months after the fire, and it was a little grease fire, y'all, but 2 months after the fire I had somebody come and assess if there was moisture in the water, because I knew it wasn't no moisture in the water, and I knew that they were playing. I knew that they were lying just to get me out. And he even said, and I got a video of him up on Dasher Speaks Racism, clearly stating and showing the wall. If it's water damage in 2 months, you gonna see some mold, but it won't no mold visibly. He checked it for moisture. There was no moisture. Compass Construction, all clean, restoration, they calling themselves all clean carpet cleaning or something now, but they was in on it too. Okay, so there was a house fire in an apartment up and to the left of my apartment. All right, and there were no sprinklers on the outside of the apartments, which Rachel Avey, in her testimony in court, she stated that water poured down, but there was no water damage even in the apartment. That there was no water. Like, there was no water that poured down in the apartment that it went off in. It was water in the apartment directly under that apartment. And if water is trickling down, I don't see water trickling down and going to the right. But anyway, this is what they did. So they got together, and the lady's house that the fire, which y'all see her on that video, on my YouTube channel, the lady's house that they staged the grease fire in, she was like a Indian looking woman. She looked like she foreign, but anyway, it was her house that they staged it in. Okay, and then on the pictures, I got all the evidence still on the pictures in her house. You can clearly see that there's no standing water. On the videos, if you look on Dasher Speaks Racism, y'all see where some of All Clean staff was sitting there asking my son about standing water. He was like, there's no standing water in that part. My son was like, no, because they did, this is what they did. They created a small house fire, a stove fire, you know, little shit. Y'all know when the stove catch on fire, okay? And they tried to make it seem like I was not letting them come in to assess damage and rectify damage that wasn't there. Okay, so then after the fire department came. We all had to get out. The alarms went off. This night I stayed home. I was supposed to go to work, but then something was off, so I was like, I'm gonna stay home, and I'm glad I did. So the fire department came through. Everybody had to get out. They made sure everything was safe. The fire department cleared everybody to go back into their apartment. Okay? Including me and my family, my children. All right? We went back into our apartment. I get a knock a couple hours later or something like that from All Clean talking about they coming and they need to put in the machines because they need to put in some machines. Okay? So I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all don't need to come put in no machines. First, they came in there and assessed damage. They walked in my house, I don't know how many times. You gonna see on the cameras where they were just walking in my house. They was harassing me. They was retaliating against me because I had complained to HUD about them discriminating against me. And HUD is in on it too. The office in Oregon, the office in Seattle. I'm gonna give y'all all the names. I'm going down the motherfucking list. I'm telling this shit, bitch. Y'all got me fucked up. But anyway, so yeah, the All Clean, they was coming in and out of the house all night and shit. So they put the machines in there. There was no standing water in my apartment. There was no water damage in my apartment. All right. So the next morning I get up, the machine been running out. I'm like, I don't need this machine in here. You know, my spirit talking to me like, you don't need this motherfucker in here. Take that shit out. So I went to the office. You know, I let them know, look, I done pulled that machine out. Y'all can come get it or whatever. So then that's when they started saying, we need to come in and we need to check the damage and there's moisture in that wall. All Clean created a false report, which I have a copy of, and said that there was water intrusion. They lied. They falsified documents. Okay, for Copper Landing in Airway Heights, Washington. Rachel Avey, bitch, you getting yours. Marina Skumatova, bitch, you getting yours. Goddamn Rochelle E. Anderson, bitch, you getting yours. Leonie Rainbow, bitch, you getting yours. Motherfucking JJ Thompson, and Sarah Thompson, bitches, y'all getting y'all's too. Everybody that had anything to do with this. It was a very illegal eviction. The judge didn't want my evidence. When I asked her when I first went in court, I was like, the fire department report say that there was no damage. You want to see it? She was like, no. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't really know what was going on until it happened. So I'm thinking like, shit, I got this report. Everything gonna be good. No, because they brought in a lawyer to coerce me to agree with arguing it from a different point where they could prove that they was right and they evicted me. All right. So it wasn't no standing water in the apartment. They lied. All Clean lied. You can see if it was standing water, we wouldn't have been able to goddamn go to sleep in there. The fire department wouldn't have cleared us. I got a copy of the fire department report and I got a copy of All Clean report where they lying ass. They lied on it. All right. So then they kept saying that I was trying not to, let them come in and there was damage. It won't no damage. Okay, so they called Compass Construction. Compass Construction came and my smart ass called somebody to come after All Clean came and before Compass Construction came. So he came in the middle of them. And Terry from My Pure Restoration, he was like, whoever told you that there's moisture in this wall is an idiot. Like, he's dumb. There's no moisture in this wall. Okay, and we sat and we talked. I recorded him. Y'all see the video, go check it out. Dasher Speaks Racism, because it's evidence of all this. All right, when I first started trying to complain on Copper Landing through HUD, there were multiple HUD staff that did not respond to me, that said that they was going to look into the case. And I had to submit my complaint like 5-6 different times just for it to get somebody. And even get to somebody. And even when it did get to somebody, they still didn't do what they were supposed to do. They just held it up, act like they was going to do something. But we're going to talk about that when I tell y'all about HUD. But anyway, went to court. We got the case or whatever. The judge evicted me wrongfully. And she was working with them, with Rachel Avey, with JJ Thompson, Sarah Thompson, with all them, Leonie Rainbow. They was all working against me, but I didn't know it at the time, so she evicted me. Then she gonna talk about you got to get out today. And then the lawyer, they sent the lawyer, matter of fact, let me tell y'all that too. They send them on vacations before they do their dumb shit. So they sent Leonie Rainbow on a vacation before she came and they heard my case in court. That's how they reel them in and get them to do the bullshit that they do. They pay them off. They send them on vacations because they sent the therapist from the Wolf Speed scheme on a vacation before she started acting funny. But I'm going to tell y'all about all of it. But anyway, Copper Landing in Airway Heights, they wrongfully evicted me. They HUD didn't investigate my claims, although I submitted all my evidence and everything was there in black and white. They have recently closed the case. They didn't even investigate it, but I guess because they under investigation now, they gonna close it and try to make it look like didn't nothing go on. But I got everybody's name wrote down, and I'm getting ready to run through this bitch for all the investigators, okay, that's watching. Okay, whatever shit y'all tried to get me tied up into that they done been telling me about, the spiritual realm has told me, and they told me to tell my goddamn story, and I'm motherfucking telling it. And everybody name that I know, I am singing bitch. And I was wondering why in the fuck they was trying so hard to fucking kill me even after I left Washington State, because I seen sex trafficking in real time. There is a taco place beside a Holiday Inn in downtown Seattle that they is selling little boys and little girls out of. I witnessed it with my own two motherfucking eyes. Nigga came in there and goddamn ordered. He said chicken, beef, or steak. He said, I had the chicken this time. All right. First, it was a group of dudes that came in. Then it was a lady with a notebook, a billfold, or, you know, little things that the lawyers be having. And it had a sticker on it. It had a number 25 on it. And had some other little crazy shit on it. I knew it was the signal. She put it down on the counter. And the dude that was at the counter went and got the head nigga in charge. He came out. All right, they had a little chit chat. She ordered food. And then the dude that bought the little boy or the little girl that he bought came in right after her. He came in, chicken, beef, or steak. He said, I'll have the chicken this time. Okay? Bought it, paid for his food. This nigga walked out with no fucking food in his hand. And the nigga that sold it to him seen me see it. And he looked, and I was like, oh shit. It was like, play it out. So I was like, oh shit. So then I had told the dude that I was dealing with at the time, I was like, give me that receipt. He gave it to me. But that receipt was in that evidence that they came and stole out of my house when Ryan or Brian Yellen from Wake County Housing Authority let them in my house when Jarvis Baldwin coerced me and manipulated me into going to that appointment in St. Joseph, Missouri. Okay, I'm tying this bitch all together because I know the investigators is watching. It's a private investigator. It's a detective. It's other investigators. It's judges and it's lawyers. And they need to tie this case together so that they can get these motherfuckers. Well, I'm giving y'all what the fuck y'all need. I got names. I got dates. I still got evidence, although they did come in my house and steal some shit. Okay, I still got evidence and I will testify. I will testify.